Hello everyone, in this video I'll be showing you an ILLRIGGER Architect of Rune build guide in Baldur's Gate 3. This mod was made by CovelissLyvain and it's a pretty fun one. This is based on a new homebrewed class and it's a blast to play. So I'll be showing you guys this. We get ourselves the Baleful Seal here, which you can apply to an enemy, which will give an additional 1 to 6 fire or necrotic damage when you or an ally attacks it. This actually will scale all the way up to 3 to 18 fire or necrotic damage, so that's really nice because that's a lot of extra damage if you keep attacking them. In addition, we also get our burn Baleful Seal, so you can burn it to deal that damage, and we'll get some other options later on. Now, we get ourselves a class passive here, which gives us proficiency in Perception, Intimidation, or Deception. I recommend the Persuasion as that's the most common one. And for our ability scores, 16 Dexterity, 14 Constitution, 10 Intelligence and Wisdom, and 16 Charisma work solid here. Charisma is our main spellcasting modifier. We can actually do a lot of different things with our Charisma, which I'll show off in this video. I'll also be covering gear as well as a bit of combat, so you get an idea of how to play this if you're going to go and try this class out. So at level 2 here, we get ourselves a class passive. So I actually like the Bravado here, which will add our Charisma modifier to our armor class when not wearing armor. There's some other choices here, like not being able to get hit by opportunity attacks, lace a melee attack with Infernal Energy when you make an attack. You use your Charisma modifier for attack and damage rolls. There's a few other options here, but I think that the Bravado just works best. Brutal will also allow you to push enemies up to 1.5 meters, which is okay. And for a class passive, there's a few fun ones. So Swift Retribution, when a sealed creature provokes an opportunity attack, you can use your attack without using up your reaction, which is nice. You can burn a Baleful Seal to gain temporary health points equal to your class level. You burn a seal, you can reduce a saving throw by 2. And this one, whenever a creature damages you or an ally, you can expend a Baleful Seal and reduce the damage by 1d10 plus 2. I think the Abating Seal is nice just for survivability's sake, so we're going to go with that there. And then once we get ourselves to level 3 here, we get to choose our subclass with the Architect of Rune. There's also the Painkiller and the Shadow Master for other subclasses. The Architect of Rune is fun because you get to choose spells, whereas the other ones you don't. So for our cantrips, I think it's good to have like Vicious Mockery to give disadvantage on attack roll is really nice, and Ray of Frost to reduce movement speed can be good, but also Bone Chill is very effective to stop the target from healing and gives disadvantage on attack rolls as well. Or Undead would receive the disadvantage on attack rolls. And for our spells, Shield, obviously a very powerful spell to have. Hellish Rebuke, giving us a nice reaction option, and then also Command is extremely useful. So those are the 3 that I would be picking personally, but also Burning Hands can be nice as a damage spell. And we can always take that at level 4 here. Burning Hands or Shield of Faith if you really want that, but I think Burning Hands just operates a little bit more effectively. And for our feat, I think it's best to go with a Charisma improvement, which will give us higher armor class as well as better dialogue rolls. At level 5, we get that extra attack, as always, very strong whenever you get this level 5 power spike. At level 6, we get the Infernal Conduit, which you can channel the powers from hell through it yourself to heal or harm those around you. This is actually really good. You're going to see. Very underrated. Once we get to level 7, we get the Hellish Versatility, which allows you to cast a cantrip in place of one of your attacks. And when you burn a seal on a creature, you can add your Charisma modifier to the damage roll, which is nice. And we get to level 2 spells, which I think the best one here is Hold Person, because we can melee attack and get a big benefit from that. And for our class passive, you can see here we got a lot more of them. So there's a few that I think work great. You can go with the Unleash the Hells here. When you burn a seal, release an explosion as a reaction, which can be nice damage. Vengeful Shot, when a creature makes a ranged attack against you within 9 meters, you can spend a seal to reaction, make the weapon attack. To make a ranged weapon attack against the attacker, which is nice for an extra free shot off on them. You can burn a Baleful Seal to reduce saving throw by 3 on a target. You can use a bonus action to apply a Baleful Seal, and you can attempt to pull the creature up to 3 meters or reduce his movement speed to 0, which is really nice too, so you could go with that as a bonus action application of it. There's also this Expend a Baleful Seal as a bonus action and increase armor class by 2. There's a few fun ones here that I think work well. A Vengeful Shot, if you're getting shot at within 9 meters, that can be nice to return damage. But this one can also give you ability to pull a target or reduce his movement speed to 0, so that's also a very powerful option to go with. Once we hit level 8 here, we get to choose another spell, and I think that either Scorching Ray or Darkness are going to be our best choices. Mirror Image is also nice to increase our armor class, and we're going to go with a Charisma improvement to take it up to 20, just for the best option for damage. Now at level 9, we get ourselves the Forked Tongue, get advantage on insight ability checks. That's nice. And then once we go here to level 10, we get to choose another cantrip, and Firebolt's nice to be able to explode things, and it fits with the fire theme of this build. And for our next leveled spell, I'm going to go with Mirror Image, but Scorching Ray can be a nice one too if you wanted something else ranged. And then for our level 11, we actually get a big power spike with Terrorizing Force, which you can do an attack that deals an additional damage of a selected damage type. And we also get Summon the Hells for a free Cambion to fight alongside. And our subclass feature, you can remove a Baleful Seal on a creature to impose disadvantage on a creature's saving throw whenever you cast a spell, which would be nice with casting Hold Person. And then for our final spell, we'll go Scorching Ray, which is a spell attack roll, not a saving throw, so it doesn't apply from that. And for our final one, we get another class passive. So there's some pretty nice ones like the Iron Jail, which you can expend 4 Baleful Seals to banish a target, and you can banish them permanently if they're below level 5 or a Fiend. Last vow, or last word, whenever you get reduced to 0 health points, you can expend Baleful Seal, and every Baleful Seal that you expend, you can do 3 to 18 fire damage around you, and then also heal yourself for the same amount. It's really nice. I like the Dis-Onslaught here. Whenever you use a bonus action to place a Baleful Seal, you can make a weapon attack as part of the same bonus action, which is really nice. So very, very effective because we can set that up a lot of ways. But again, you can go with any of the other ones there if you find them more interesting. And for our final feat, I think a +5 initiative works great, but also a dexterity increase can work too. So pick one of those two that you prefer, as a +5 initiative is pretty nice, but also increased dexterity because then we can get our armor class up even higher. So what this is going to look like, we're going to want to use a clothing option. So going with like the Vest of Soul Rejuvenation can give us a 28 armor class and give us a reaction, which is really nice. You can also go with the Robe of the Weave if you want to have a additional spell save DC. And I'm going with the Helldust Gloves for the fire damage. These are actually the perfect item for this build because of fire damage and increased spell attack rolls. Cloak Protection, I'm going with the Birthright Hat for the +2 to Charisma. Evasive Shoes, as well as Ring of Protection, Killer Sweetheart. Hellrider Longbow just makes sense with the name, but also the +3 to initiative works well. I also really like the Shar Spear of the Evening here because this will give you blindness immunity and you can cast darkness and just run into it and hide away there. If you don't have this weapon, if you're on a good playthrough, the Sword of Chaos can work well. If you want to use something even like the Nirelna can work good to return to your hand. And the Infernal Rapier was nice. Even though you already get a Cambion, you can get a free secondary Cambion, which is good. So obviously we want to have our summon in at all times. That's just effective to have for survivability's sake. And then we're also going to want to be able to have our mirror image set up. So I was using my free cast there to give ourselves the mirror image. And then we'll show off what this looks like in combat. So with mirror image and haste set up, we can actually get our armor class up to 39, which is obviously really nice to have. So that can be very effective for just obviously setting up and having a team that's not going to get hurt that much. If you can get those applied, mirror image is really useful. So I'll show off, I guess, what this looks like in combat. We can just start off with any type of spell like Burning Hands, which can be an okay choice for damage. We don't have like, we have some that deal a lot of damage, but being a half caster kind of restricts us in terms of what we can do. So I will use my teammates because we're not super strong here, and I'll just set up some crowd control. So, oh, we got Sonic Backlash. We got Counterspelled there. Lovely. Good way to start. Our ranger getting that. But yeah, for our attacks, we got Scorching Ray, we got Hold Person, we got our Infernal Conduit, which could heal our harm targets. We can apply our Baleful Seals to the targets, so that's really nice. And we can use our Infernal Conduit here. So what we can do is we can apply our Baleful Seal to a target. It'll deal a bit of damage, and whenever we attack them, and then we can apply like Infernal Conduit here to heal or harm targets. So you can heal a target or drain their vitality to be able to heal yourself. So that can be pretty nice if you get low on health. I guess I won't use that right now. I'll show off the Terrorizing Force because we can do additional cold, fire, or necrotic or poison damage on a target whenever we attack them. So if we applied that to our weapon, and I guess that was my action for the turn. I forgot to apply that before getting into combat because it lasts until long rest. But then we also got our Dis-Onslaught attack. So whenever you apply a Baleful Seal, you get that free attack. So that's a nice thing about being able to apply Baleful Seals is you can get a free attack with that class feature. I'll let the enemy go because there's a lot of them there. Another nice thing is the Baleful Seal will actually trigger your Call the Weak. So if you have that set up and the targets are low on health, having the Baleful Seal can actually be really nice for dealing a little bit extra damage there. So that was not a very good turn because they didn't attack me once because of our high armor class, and they just kept attacking everyone and applying command to everyone. So we're in a very tricky spot right now. However, I'll show off what we can keep doing. So applying our Baleful Seals is one of the best ways to just continually apply damage. So we can use this as a bonus action. and apply that, which will give us our free attack too, so it's actually worth doing. And then we can follow this up with a few attacks. I lost my haste because Gale is getting wrecked there, so we get that additional fire damage on our attacks, which is really nice. And then we can just go ahead and apply with a ranged attack, or we could have substituted out a cantrip for that. So yeah, having high armor class actually doesn't always pay off, because then sometimes you just don't get hit. So yeah, Gale and Shadowheart have died, and I have not taken damage as of yet, so that is kind of funny. But you can see there, I got the Baleful Seal applied to them there. Another thing is we got our darkness here, so don't be afraid to cast that for a little bit extra survivability, because you can hide in if you have the Shar's weapon there, so we can use that just for some survivability. I also don't have many things to use here for our turn, so Mind Blast can actually be a pretty effective spell if you got the Mind Blast available, because it can hit extremely hard, and we're going to take out a bunch of them there. So boom, stunned a ton of targets. Mind Blast is a great Illithid ability, so highly recommend having it. And we'll just hide in our darkness here and hope for the best, because yeah, the enemies will come after us here, and yeah, we just got to watch out for we're not getting attacked, but we'd be able to replenish a bunch of our health if we did. So I'm hoping to be able to show that off, but it's not likely we'll get hit. And here is our reaction, so you can deal the fire or our necrotic damage here, so you can apply that. The Baleful Seal hits really hard, and again, Call the Weak will get applied from that. It's also my turn again here now, and we're attacking from darkness, which is nice, so that we can just attack with advantage here. And I haven't taken any damage yet to be able to show off our life draining attack, so I'll just go with a ranged attack. So you can apply this Baleful Seal, and another action here that we can use, so I'll just use it to attack them. And that extra fire damage is quite nice. We got ourselves a bonus action, so we can't apply the Baleful Seal for some reason, but we'll just wait for I guess our next turn. So it's our turn again. I guess I'll use the Infernal Conduit here to be able to heal, because you got a 48 heal that you can apply to a teammate. So you can see there, it dealt the damage to us and didn't even heal them, so that was unfortunate, and I lost my concentration on the darkness. So we'll see how this next turn goes. So I guess now I'll go with the Infernal Conduit here, and we'll drain a target's vitality to heal ourselves. So 80% chance, 80% chance, and 80% chance. So we'll go after this one here. Hope that it hits, because we're going to be screwed otherwise. And it hit perfectly, 48 damage, plus the Call the Weak took them out and gave me my health back. So that was perfect, and really, really nice. I guess I can use Black Hole to pull everyone in here. So just a lifted ability, since don't have anything else, and it'll slow them. Just hoping for the best here. So yeah, it looks like some of the things are a little bit buggy. I was able to take them out, nice, and I made them run back. Perfect. And we'll take them out in our next turn, and we can even just heal ourselves with it if we wanted to. But yeah, the nice thing about this is all the options you got, so you can literally just go and drain them if you need to. Don't have enough movement speed to be able to pull that one off, unfortunately, so I'll just go with a ranged attack and hope that we can take them out there. But you can also use your cantrips, which is nice, so you can switch them around. No movement speed, unfortunately. And I guess we'll just attack there. That was enough. Perfect. So that is the ILLRIGGER, the Architect of Rune subclass. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit the subscribe button below if you haven't already, and I'll see you all in the next video.